Hi everyone. So let's do a collective reading to try to capture as much of the energy around us as we can. I'm going to start with an Astro House dice to see which area we're meant to be working with. And we rolled the fifth house, and the fifth house is the house of pleasure. So these are generally the things around us that make us really happy. It can be our friendships, it can be love, it can be hobbies that really interest us, or things that really call us, things that really make us feel happy. So I love that we're starting with that. I'm going to take a couple of these transparent tarot cards. So we have the Seven of Cups and the Magician. So when I see the Seven of Cups and the Magician together, it usually gives me a feeling that you are not very clear about what you're manifesting in or what you want. The Seven of Cups can be kind of a card of confusion or illusions, and that's kind of the opposite energy that you should be in if you're trying to manifest something with the Magician. So this is interesting, but we do have the fifth house now. We have the Seven of Cups and we have the Magician. So I'd like to pull one ancestor message to go along with this too, and then we'll get into the tarot. So we have gave up. So there may be something with the fifth house that brought you pleasure, something you loved, someone you loved, and you just gave up on them because it felt like you weren't manifesting in what you wanted. But again, I can't help but feel like there's something you were not being clear about. If you're not clear to the universe, to your guides, about what it is that you want, then they don't know what to bring you. So hopefully that makes sense. I think so. There's the sun at the bottom of the deck, so I like seeing that. But let's get into the tarot to see what else this message wants to tell us. So we're starting with High Priestess, Two of Cups, Three of Swords, Judgment. Underneath, the Empress, Five of Pentacles, Page of Cups, Four of Pentacles. Underneath everything is the Moon card. So that is that confusion, that illusion that the Seven of Cups was telling us, that there's something here that you're not clear about, or maybe someone who's not being clear. So the relationship perhaps is struggling to manifest in a way, in a positive way, or in a way that you would prefer, maybe because the situation is confusing or you're in the dark about something. So let's see what else comes through. So we have High Priestess and the Empress. So this is asking you to focus on yourself. So I do get the sense that this is about another person because I'm seeing the Two of Cups, I'm seeing a Page of Cups. So I have a feeling that these cards are trying to say that this is about someone that perhaps you gave up on because of their lack of transparency, or because they were not being clear with you. Maybe you wanted to manifest something with them. Maybe at one point they gave you pleasure with the fifth house. But this is saying focus on you, because this is a confusing situation. When I see the Seven of Cups and the Moon, that's confusion. And sometimes it's deliberate confusion, although I don't know that for sure. Either way, it's confusing. So you are being asked to focus on you. So the High Priestess and the Empress together are logical steps to take when you go through the major arcana, because the High Priestess is about using your intuition in order to co-create, and then the Empress is the next one, because this High Priestess is 2, Empress is 3. So it's the next step in the process where you go from co-creating to actually creating, to starting to birth something into existence. It's a very liberating type of energy to step into the High Priestess and the Empress. So I think that's what this is saying, to really step into your intuition and really step into your creations, because the Empress is the creator in the deck. But this challenge I'm seeing here Two of Cups and the Five of Pentacles is your challenge. So there's someone here that you've had some kind of a falling out with, whether this is someone who abandoned you or you decided to leave them out. It doesn't matter because it's going to be different for everybody. But it feels like this is a person who perhaps was at one point very charming to you, or someone who you didn't feel like you need to construct a lot of boundaries with, because the Two of Cups is a mutual feeling. It's a mutual give and take. It's you love each other equally. Everything is perfectly balanced with the Two of Cups. But then when I see it with the Five of Pentacles, it tells me it wasn't actually balanced. You may have just thought that it was balanced, but it ended up kind of going sideways. And maybe this is someone you wanted to play the long game with, but now I can see you're thinking this through, like, wait a minute, but this is confusing. It doesn't feel balanced. It feels like a Five of Pentacles, which feels like conflict, which feels cold, which feels like I'm an outsider. So that is your challenge, because you're being asked to focus strictly on yourself, but I think you're very distracted by this person. And it's because I'm seeing a Three of Swords and a Page of Cups, because the message is this is about heart. This is about heart healing. And a lot of times, if there was a rejection here, because the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Swords together can often mean rejection, this is just about believing in divine destiny. And I can see that because it's followed by Judgment. That's how I know that. But this is saying that this rejection, whatever this person did to reject you, that's part of your heart healing. There's that saying that rejection is God's protection, and that's in this case. This person wasn't the right person for you because it was so imbalanced, and you're meant to focus on yourself. This is really opening a huge spiritual awakening for you, going from this confusion to now being on point with your intuition and creating. And then finally, Judgment at the end of the reading is telling me that you are waking up to this. You are. And this Page of Cups energy here is just allowing yourself to permission to feel this. It's okay to feel this pain that perhaps this person created for you. Maybe this person is this Page of Cups that you thought they were going to bring you something more mature or something more balanced, but they showed up as this page who only gave you confusion. Sometimes this Page of Cups has this little fish in the cup here because it's a sleight of hand. They want you to pay attention to this and not to what's going on in the relationship around you. So that could be going on too, but this is just saying feel that. Give yourself permission to feel this pain, to feel the rejection, because there's a purpose behind it. The purpose behind that pain and rejection was your own spiritual awakening, using your intuition, trusting yourself, creating with the universe, co-creating, and then birthing that into existence. And then we know this because your potential final outcome is Judgment and the Four of Pentacles, where this Judgment is about you making this high-level decision to understand in a deep soul level that this rejection was meant to happen so that you could expand. The Empress is all about expansion. This Four of Pentacles is really just saying that this is you conserving your energy. You're no longer giving your energy to this page person who rejected you. You're holding yourself back from doing that because now you're wiser. You're more spiritually, your spiritual wisdom is telling you that this is not your purpose. Your purpose is not to focus on a love interest. Your purpose is more than that. And there's spiritual wealth here to be gained for you. And you're being guided. This is certainly a divine path. This is very clear to me. This reading really couldn't be more clear. We're going to get a few more tarot cards just to see what else wants to come out. But this confusion, giving up, lack of pleasure, and then this idea of you understanding that this rejection had purpose. So let's get a few more tarot cards just to see if we missed anything in the energy or anything else wants to come out. So the High Priestess and the Empress are with Judgment again. Judgment is about revelation and about awakening. And that's what we said. This is you using your intuition to awaken to the fact that there's something bigger, more purpose that's meant for you. An awakening, maybe just the awakening is meant for you right now. And that was the purpose of this rejection. But certainly there is a purpose when we see Judgment twice. The Two of Cups and the Five of Pentacles are with Justice. So this is what we were saying. This should have been balanced. The twos should be a perfect balance, but it wasn't. There's a Five of Pentacles here. So the justice is coming in saying, no, we get you. We have your back. We're supporting you. We are going to balance this out for you. The cards are saying the universe has your back. There's a karmic balance coming in, which leads to your awakening. The Three of Swords and the Page of Cups are with the Hierophant. Wow, there's a lot of majors. The Hierophant is about spirituality. It's about knowledge. It's about spiritual wisdom. And that's what we were saying, that this was meant to happen. This pain that you're going through, feel it. Allow yourself to feel it, because there is a purpose to that pain. And it's this awakening. It's you birthing something into creation because that was meant to happen. Judgment and the Four of Pentacles are with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is very self-reliant and she is highly perceptive. And this is you in this reading. And it doesn't matter your gender. You are the Queen of Swords in this reading. And this is really seeing the truth in this waking up. There's something very truthful, perceptive, clear, which is the opposite of the energy we started with. We started with the Moon and the Seven of Cups, which is not clear. And we're finishing with you being as clear as possible. You are the Queen of Swords, holding that sword of truth. And the Queen of Swords just never, she sees through everything. Everything is crystal clear. And I love that with this awakening. And you know now to hold your energy back from this person, to not allow this person back into your energy. Learn the lesson. The pain that they created for you had a purpose. And now you couldn't be more clear. That's your potential final outcome. So there you go. So that is our collective reading. Will you please let me know how this was resonant for you? Consider subscribing to the channel if you like my vibe, and we will do this again sometime. Thanks, everybody. Bye.